In this video, we'll look at the idea of proportionality in the context of a tree who casts a shadow on the ground. So suppose at some point during the day, the sun is shining and a tree casts a shadow on the ground. If we could imagine varying the height of the tree, then the length of the shadow the tree casts is proportional to the height of the tree. So if we imagine varying the height of this tree, that length of the shadow will be proportional to the height of the tree. So at some moment, we'll assume that the tree is 8.2 feet tall, and it casts a shadow that's 6.56 feet long. At this moment, the measure of the tree's height, which is 8.2 feet, in units of the length of the shadow, which is 6.56 feet, that measurement is 1.25. So the measure of the tree's height in units of the shadow's length is 1.25, which means the tree's height in feet is 1.25 times as large as the length of the shadow in feet. And that's for this specific moment. But since the height of the tree and the length of the shadow are proportional, that measurement will be constant. We have that constant measurement, which means that no matter how tall the tree is, the height of the tree is 1.25 times as large as the length of the shadow. So, what if the tree was really, really tall and the tree's shadow was 22 feet long? Well, in this case, we know that the height of the tree is 1.25 times as large as the length of the shadow, so the height of the tree would be 1.25 times 22. And 1.25 times 22 is equal to 27.5. So the height of the tree would be 27.5 feet if the length of the shadow was 22 feet. On the other hand, what if the tree itself was 23 feet tall? Well, we can use a slightly different way of thinking about this. We know that the height of the tree in feet, which is 23, is 1.25 times as large as the length of the shadow. So that height of the tree, 23, is 1.25 times as large as the length of the shadow. I'll just write that as length, but I mean the length of the shadow in feet. And therefore, the length of the shadow in feet is equal to 23 divided by 1.25, and 23 divided by 1.25 is equal to 18.4. So if the tree was 23 feet tall, then the length of the shadow would be 18.4 feet.